Just enjoy and listen to, and have a fun of it.
Let's have fun. Story radio station Jonian.
Hey everyone, welcome back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are definitely excited today, diving into a topic that, well, it hits close to home and maybe even closer to the stomach for a lot of us.
Absolutely. We figured, we've done quite a few deep dives on some pretty heavy subjects lately, global economics, future strategies, all that brain achy stuff.
Yeah, time for a breather.
Exactly. So today, we're keeping it light and delicious. Our mission, basically to take a fun, flavorful look at how Korean food, K-food, has really moved beyond just being a trend. It seems like it's cementing itself into daily life all over the world.
It really does. And hey, before we unpack all this tasty info, please do us a solid and hit that subscribe button. Likes, notifications, turn them on.
Yeah, your support genuinely fuels us finding the next great topic to dive into, so thank you.
Okay, K-food, let's set the scene. You mentioned it's not just a trend. The term being used is qualitative growth.
Right. It's not just a novelty like, oh, let's try Korean food once. It feels more integrated now. And the foundation for that seems rock solid.
And what's really fascinating, I think, is the sheer level of satisfaction. We looked at global surveys and, well, overall satisfaction with Korean cuisine. It's currently sitting at an incredible 92.5%.
Wow, 92.5. That's nearly perfect. And that's global consumers, right? Not just people already deep into K culture.
Exactly. And maybe even more telling, that number has consistently stayed above 90% for the past 5 years. 5 years.
Okay, so that consistency proves it's not just a fluke. People genuinely recognize the quality, the unique appeal.
Definitely. Now, general recognition is still growing. It's around 60% currently. But that positive experience, that high satisfaction, it's deeply rooted.
That's a great setup for part one, then, the unshakable pillars. Let's dig into the foods that are actually driving that amazing satisfaction score. The stuff overseas consumers say they prefer the most.
Okay, number one, the undisputed champ. Holding on to that top preference spot for 4 years running, Korean-style chicken, K-chicken.
K-chicken takes the crown. Okay, who's next?
Second place, the king of convenience, maybe value to ramyeon, instant noodles. That's got 11.1% preference.
Right, ramyeon.
Yeah.
Can't escape it. And number three.
Rounding out the top three, the cultural symbol everyone knows, kimchi. It's at 9.8% preference.
Okay, kimchi at number three, preference. But wait, this is where it gets interesting, isn't it? The paradox.
Exactly, because if you ask people, what food pops in your head first when you think of Korea, it's kimchi, hands down. Almost half, 40.2%, name kimchi first.
Right, so kimchi is like the cultural anchor. It screams Korean identity, wellness trends, all that.
Yeah.
But when you look at what people actually prefer to eat, chicken and ramyeon kind of crush it in the preference data.
Precisely. And K-chicken, remember, it's only third in recognition, only 16.3%. Think of it first, but number one in preference. It's the consumption driver.
Ah, okay, so it lowers the barrier to entry, uses something familiar like chicken, but delivers this, like, wow experience.
Exactly. It's often the food that gets people hooked on K-food initially. It makes total sense.
So why K-chicken? Why number one? For 4 years straight, what's the secret sauce? Literally and figuratively.
Well, it really boils down to two things, I think. Quality and variety. And these often get overlooked in just like a surface level look.
Quality, how so?
It's the prep, mostly. A lot of international fast food places might use frozen meat. K-chicken generally uses fresh, refrigerated chicken.
Okay.
And they often take extra steps, like removing blood properly before frying. Little things, but they add up. You get that super crispy outside, juicy inside. It's better quality.
And the variety, that's huge too, isn't it? It's not just, original or spicy.
No, we're talking over 20 menu options sometimes. Black sesame chicken, oriental spring onion, that snow and cheese one.
Yeah.
That huge variety means K-chicken can appeal to totally different tastes all around the world, like at the same time.
Plus the cultural angle, right? The whole chimek thing.
Absolutely. Can't forget chimek, chicken and beer. It's everywhere in K-dramas. That didn't just sell chicken. It sold an experience.
Yeah.
It turned eating K-chicken into this fun social lifestyle thing globally.
Makes perfect sense. But okay, here's a challenge you mentioned. Strategically, K-chicken is often seen as onju, right? Like a bar snack or a side dish. Not necessarily a main meal, a jusik. So to keep this growth going, the industry kind of needs to shift that perception overseas, position it as a proper meal option.
That's definitely the next frontier for K-chicken globally. Big challenge.
Meanwhile, ramyeon, that's just a monster success story in the everyday category, isn't it?
Oh, the scale is just dizzying. You ready for this number?
Heck yeah.
If you took all the ramyeon noodles exported in a year and stretched them out,
Uh-oh.
they'd wrap around the Earth roughly 2,500 times.
Get out. 2,500 times around the Earth.
Yeah.
I can't even picture that much ramyeon. That's enough for every college student on the planet for like a decade.
Right. It's transcended being just food. It's a global commodity in its own right.
And like chicken, it's become an experience too, hasn't it? People see it in dramas.
Totally.
Right.
Tourists line up, seriously queue up to try the Han River ramyeon experience. You know, where you make it yourself in the foil container at those riverside parks.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's become this icon of like trendy Korean youth culture. Convenience meets cool experience.
Okay, so that covers the big three, the easy entry points, the drivers, the anchor, chicken, ramyeon, kimchi. But now, let's switch gears. What happens when tourists actually land in Korea and start spending money? That tells a different story, right? About maturity.
Exactly. It shows us where key food consumption might be heading next, the maturation phase. Let's take a quick break and then we'll dive into part 2, maturation and the new consumer.
Cheerful music.
Good evening, and welcome to the Story radio station, where we explore tales from around the world.
Maturation phase. Let's take a quick break and then we'll dive into part 2, maturation and the new consumer.
Cheerful music break.
And we are back for part 2 of our deep dive into K-Food's global journey. So in the first half, we basically confirmed the big three, K-chicken, ramyeon, and kimchi. They dominate preferences. They're the easy ways in for most people globally.
Right, the drivers and the anchor. But now let's look at the wallet vote. We dug into spending data from actual foreign tourists visiting Korea. And while K-chicken still holds the #1 spot for actual money spent.
There's a shakeup further down.
Oh, yeah. We're seeing a really interesting surge in foods that are often considered more, let's say, challenging or traditional for non-Koreans.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What's surging? What are people actually dropping their one on when they visit?
Get this. The big surprise star is ganjanggae, marinated raw crab.
Raw crab. Seriously.
Seriously, it jumped massively from 6th place all the way up to 3rd place in actual tourist spending.
3rd place. For marinated raw crab. That's, I mean, that's usually seen as a pretty adventurous taste, isn't it? Raw seafood, that strong soy marinade. Wow.
Yeah, it's a huge shift. And it's not just gijang. Gukbap, rice soup and sundubu soft tofu stew, they also climbed significantly. They landed at 7th and 8th place, respectively.
Okay, so what does this mean? Why the sudden love for raw crab and hearty soups?
This is the maturation phase we were talking about. It signals that tourists aren't just sticking to the sweet, easy, familiar flavors like bulgogi anymore.
They're getting bolder.
Exactly. They're actively looking for new tastes. They're driven by curiosity. They want that traditional culture experience they've seen. They're ready, ready to tackle these deeper, more complex, maybe challenging flavors like raw crab.
And why now? Is it just time, or is there something else?
I think Hallie, the K-Wave, K-content has done a lot of the groundwork. It's lowered the psychological barrier. People have seen these foods in dramas or movies. They've maybe seen their favorite idols eating them.
So it normalizes it, makes it less intimidating.
Precisely. They've seen the spice, they've seen the unique ingredients, and now they want the real, genuine experience when they visit. They're primed for it.
So we're moving beyond just mass appeal towards... what, gourmet tourism? Is that the idea?
That term fits perfectly, and the spending data really backs this up quite dramatically.
How so?
Well, we found something really telling. Tourists who actually used domestic transport like trains, buses, rental cars to travel around Korea, they spent roughly 50% more on restaurant meals compared to those who just stayed in one place like Seoul.
50% more. That's huge. So this isn't just about ordering delivery in the city.
Nope. This strongly suggests people are making dedicated trips. Culinary pilgrimages, you could say, going out to the region specifically for food.
Like heading to Daegu for a certain type of chicken, or Jeju for the black pork, or maybe Damyang for Tito Galbi. That kind of thing.
Exactly that. They're seeking out regional specialties, which tells K-food strategists, hey, the future isn't just about exporting packaged stuff. It's also about developing and promoting regional culinary tourism. The food itself is becoming the destination.
Fascinating. Okay, let's bring it back to our old friend kimchi for a final look. We said it's the anchor, #1 in recognition, but lagging a bit in preference compared to chicken. But it's having its own moment, right? Especially in the wellness space.
Oh, absolutely. Kimchi's getting its final victory lap, you could say. It's successfully shaken off that old, strong smell image, at least in many markets,
And now it's seen as,
a functional premium well-being food. That's the key positioning. And the science backs it up. It's about the lactobacillus, the probiotics in kimchi. They're plant-based, and studies show they're particularly effective, even resistant to stomach acid.
so the good stuff actually makes it through. That's a real biological advantage. And that clicks with the global health trend.
Perfectly. Especially post-pandemic, right? Everyone suddenly got very interested in immunity.
True.
So kimchi's unique probiotic profile resonated hugely in the health food markets in Europe, the US, Australia. It's now seen as this kind of irreplaceable premium fermented food. It capitalized massively on that growing probiotic trend.
So Hallyu opened the door,
Yeah.
made people willing to try it despite initial reservations.
Yes. Hallyu was the cultural pre-adaptation engine. It made people think, okay, I'll put that in my basket.
And then the science and the health benefits are what keeps it there.
Right.
Makes it a repeat purchase.
Exactly. That speed of psychological adaptation, making people receptive, that's Hallyu's incredible value to the food sector. It just accelerated everything.
Okay, so wrapping up this delicious deep dive, it feels like K-food's growing on two main tracks, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that's a great way to summarize it.
First, you've got the everyday consumption track. That's your K-chicken, your ramyeon. Easy, convenient mass appeal. Just getting K-food into daily routines.
Driven by familiarity and that K-content cool factor.
And then second, there's this emerging premium culinary experience track. That's the ganjang, gaejang, the gukbap surge we talked about. Driven by curiosity, cultural depth, and this growing sophistication among consumers, especially tourists.
Both tracks look really strong, indicating, sustained, pretty robust growth ahead for K-food overall.
So final thought then. What's the next big mountain to climb? We've kind of nailed the snacks, the side dishes, the convenience meals with ramyeon.
Right.
Is the final hurdle, the really exciting challenge, breaking into that juicic category globally, the everyday main meal?
I think that's spot on.
Like, how do you make something like bibimbap or just a simple, comforting jjigae, a stew? How do you make that as easy, as normal, as ubiquitous in someone's daily life overseas as ramyeon is now?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Making K-food not just an exciting experience, but an unquestioned staple in kitchens around the world. That's the path to true global dominance.
Definitely something to chew on. Well, this has been fascinating and frankly made me hungry.
Me too. Time for some K-chicken, maybe.
Sounds like a plan. Oh, Jingo Gansana. We'll be back next time with another story to unpack. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, everyone.